What is your name, sir?
My name is Guillermo Martinez.
How did you start these organizations?
The Migrant Education Program started many years ago. And every year we try to bring in our parents to become involved in the education of their children because we want them to know of how we are serving them when their children are in school. And we feel that we can empower parents if we are able to bring us together and create a triangle, a student, teacher, and parent. Very important. Communication all around. So that helps us communicate with our parents much better. And we also try to empower our parents with services and information. Our informational meetings that we have here every year, we have them in several of our migrant camps where our families live like this. And what we do while we're here.
It's okay. It's okay. That's natural. I like this. Yeah. Go ahead.
What we do is we try to bring the institution to the migrant camp. Usually, we have our parents come into the institution where the school where their kids go, and it's hard for them to come from home from work, get ready, have supper, and go to the school and have a meeting. And by that time, the time is over. So what we decided to do was, instead of doing that, we want to bring the meeting to parents. And so we put a team together. We put a team of several of the staff in the program, and we also invited representatives of all the agencies that serve migrant farm workers here. We have people that represent agencies that have human services, legal services, health services, employment services, education services, like for them to go to the university, and many other agencies that are interested in serving migrant farm workers. We collaborate, we partner with them, and in that regard we are able to have the parents receive everything at the same time.
Percent they can get the education, graduate high school grade.
How many of our migrant farm workers graduate from high school? We have only maybe 37 to 40% of our farm workers that graduate. We have a very high dropout rate, and one of the reasons is that they miss a lot of school. They miss school when they leave the state to come to Michigan to work. They leave their home state, so they leave their school early. And then when they leave Michigan to go back, they get to the school late, so they miss a lot of schooling. And for high school kids, that's very critical because they lose credits. And so our program decided to have a team that goes to the camps and talks to students about credit recovery. And they talk about the kinds of classes they should take, and depending on the kinds of classes they need, they'll work with the student, they'll bring them into the school, and they'll work with them until they are able to connect with the other school and work with the student to get that credit that they might have lost. It can only be maybe 1/4 credit, but that's very critical for a child that's getting ready to graduate from high school and not have enough credits. It's the worst thing that you can have. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is that we want to cut the dropout rate as low as we can. We want to make sure that as many of our migrant students that are graduating from high school can continue on to go to colleges and universities.
That's a pretty good job you guys doing that. And what do you wish to future to these people?
Well, what do I wish for farm workers in the future? I wish for them that they are better accepted by the communities where they work. Farm workers are very critical to the economy. Farm workers spend 60% of their hard-earned dollar right here in the same community where they live and where they work. and they only get paid about 15 cents on a dollar for wages, and they live many times in substandard housing, and many times they can be accessible to abuse. So they have a lot of hurdles to jump, and I feel that one of the things that they need to do is to be accepted a little bit more. Another thing that I wish for farm workers is that the children graduate from high school, that they find ways to continue their education, and to be proud that they have been migrant farm workers, and by the same token take that pride in the careers that they choose for their lives, for their future. Yeah. And because it's something worthwhile. Being a farm worker is something worthwhile, and they should be very proud of who they are.
Thank you so much for you guys to walk through the making sure the education purpose.
It's very critical and very important to us that they do, and that's why we have the program. We've had the program since 1968, and we have jumped a lot of hurdles to get to where we are, and we are the largest program in Michigan. We register about we registered about 1,400 students every year. We have an average attendance of about 460 students per day, and so we are very proud of that. And we bring some of the best teachers, some of the best teacher assistants and staff that we can find to serve our children.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for allowing us to do this, and thank you for bringing Kimo Kim and everyone else that comes and joins us every year. It's such a needed, and we welcome them with open arms every year.